Hello, friends. Hello, viewers around the world. We are back. Nostalgia, 17th edition, going global. My name is Majekodunmi Fasheke, and I'm here on Nostalgia, 17th edition, with my friend and brother, Dr. Osita.
Hello. Did you just say 17? Oh my goodness. We've done 17 already.
17 already.
Oh my goodness. This is amazing.
Great.
Thank you for leading the way. You've led the way so well, and I'm very proud of you.
Yes. We are flying. This is the speed train. Dr. Osita, we're bringing a different spice into our style of nostalgia. During the week, on Tuesday precisely, was a special day, and it was a day to remember the great man called Majek Fashek. So that brought up a concept of us doing nostalgia with some of these great legends that are late now, but they need to be mentioned. So today we're doing Nostalgia 17 with Majekodunmi Fasheke, popularly known as Majek Fashek.
Yes,
Majek
Fasheke.
Fashek, yes. Born March 1963, passed on 1st June 2020, was a Nigerian singer, songwriter, guitarist. His album, Prisoner of Conscience, included the Send Down the Rain, won awards around the world. Send Down the Rain. Majek Fashek, also known as the Rainmaker, worked with several artists worldwide, including Tracy Chapman, Jimmy Cliff, Michael Jackson, Snoop Dogg, and Beyoncé. Majekodunmi Fasheke. Majek Fashek was born in Benin City, that's South Nigeria, to an Edo mother and Xhosa father. The Xhosa is the southwest Nigeria in 1963, but he identifies mainly with the Edo roots, the Benin. Various translation of his name means so many things: power of miracles, divination does not lie, a lot different translation to his name. But what matters is Majek Fashek learned the guitar at a very tender age and was composing songs for choir in his young teenage age. Majek Fashek, he was in a group in the early 80s called Jextex.
Jastix.
Jastix, yeah, is it Jastix? That's it. So they went on stage with different group at that time, and they performed. There were three of them. They performed popular house music in South Nigeria, and also showed in so many TV programs in those days. Some of his fellow group members are some of the people group we call mandators. So the Jat 6, that's an interesting name. They went on to sing a lot of songs, but at mid 1997, Majek disbanded the group, and he later formed his own band with a record label back then. And when he formed his own band, he started with some hit song, Send Down the Rain, Send Down the Rain, and also some popular song of the year, some songs that got him award, songs that made him a worldwide man. Majek Fashek. Big brother, let's hear Majek Fashek, and we come on.
The first time I came to New York, I used to think New York was like heaven on earth. But I was surprised to see beggars on the streets of New York. Homeless people on the streets of New York. And I wrote a song I called Majek Fashek and you. the south, up to the north. What you see is distraction. When you look to the right, you look to the left, you look down the south, up to the north. What you see is illusion. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, right on. Right on. Majek Fashek in a New York City. Majek come from Zion. Homeless people with a New York. Beggars on the streets of New York.
Doc, this
Yes,
this
sir.
this is more than a boat. So we're looking deep now. Now, what we're also doing is we're going to be playing more of the songs because some of the viewers requested for more to get real close into the nostalgia feeling.
Yeah, a
Doc,
little street band, but more music.
yes, Doc, what do you say? We're just looking at we call them goats, but you said boats.
No, well, any quick trip, but Majek was unique because we practically grew up together. I was live broadcaster when his cousin Joe Fabro Iwobi was our guest broadcaster. Joe Fabro worked for the Nigerian Observer then, but brought Majek to the Bender Broadcasting Studio all the time. So with Joe Fabro, it was easy to listen to him. But the magic of Majek was that once you listen to him, he will consume you.
Captivate you.
Majek was young, intelligent, smart, savvy, suave. You know, he had everything. And then ask him a question, he answers. And you ask yourself, where does he get these answers from? Everything was in the spiritual realm, and he will give you the right answer and will mesmerize you. So when he started singing for MAMSA, you remember MAMSA?
MAMSA.
The movement for the National Orientation Movement. Yes, he became the icon for MAMSA. So everywhere the commissioner then had a campaign, he opens for them. And that was how MAMSA became very popular. All the states of the Federation. Majek Fashek became the household word. As a matter of fact, they made him more popular than his music at that time. But what now made it so glorious was a season of drought came to Nigeria. That was the first drought I knew as a young man. And then Majek went on stage and called God to send down the rain. And God sent down the rain. That was the glory.
That was the breaking point.
That was the breaking point.
That was it.
People were crying all over the country. People got so emotional that God sent a prophet to us in Nigeria. God sent a prophet who would bring him to get the rain because to save the country from drought. It was amazing. That was simply
and do you know one thing about Send Down the Rain song? Whenever it's sang, even if rain had fallen after the drought, it will still drizzle. Right?
Yes, it was magical. It was amazing. It was amazing. Even those days, every Ednogoli would say, "My brother, the prophet." That was what you always call him because he was just a prophet. He just said, "Send down the rain," and then everything he said about send down the rain, happened one after the other. He was amazing, and he would wear this robe with a bell, and then he would tie his hand as a priest. And, oh no, Majek was amazing. Majek was amazing.
The other interesting thing is Majek. The time he came out, like you're saying to me now, was the era of the juju music.
Oh yeah.
Music. Oh, now he broke to that indigenous.
He broke free of everything. He broke free of Afro. He broke free of juju. He broke.
Yes.
He just came like somebody said.
Bangolo.
Yes, Bangolo music. But he said that Bangolo is his idea of uniting the world of music. What happened in Kingston, Jamaica? What happened in the streets of Liverpool? What happened? Every musician came together in his Bangoli music because, according to him, he has listened to almost every musician that played a good song anywhere in the world as a child. That was why when he started playing guitar, he played different kind of guitar. His guitar was rhythmic. The guy was just too much. He was like somebody sent from God to mesmerize Nigeria, to mesmerize Africa, to mesmerize the world. Because when he came to New York, like he just said, when he came to New York, everybody went after him. They thought he was a street musician from nowhere. They actually thought he was from Brooklyn.
And people good looking, his good looks,
he's handsome, he's intelligent. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let's hear this again. Let's hear this one.
Please.
And sisters sharing love together now. I can see new heaven and new earth, oh Lord. Yes, I can see brothers, sisters, they might sharing love to get together now. There will be no more sorrow, no more sorrow, no more whipping, no more weeping, no more crying, no more crying, no more war, no more sorrow, no more sorrow, no more whipping, no more weeping, no more crying, no more pain.
Now, something to be stated here. Most times, people look only to the churches for prophets. You see, the mentality is the prophets are in the churches, but humanity makes mistake not recognizing that there are prophets in our midst, even that are not in the conventional center in the church. Bob Marley was one. And this guy, Majek Fashek, is obviously was one too. These words he's saying are prophetic. You can't say this if you don't have a touch of spirituality flowing in you. So this is serious. Doc, tell me something.
I will tell you this because you're making it sound very personal to me. If you sit with Majek, young boy, handsome, very quiet, but if you hear him talk, he's telling you about tomorrow, and you are living in it with him. He prophesies, just like you said now, and he didn't have to come from church. He heard that he was talking about. I knew Majek's mother, and a doe woman, plump, happy woman. And she was scared. She was scared that she was losing her son until she realized that her son was just not only popular but accepted by the whole world. They didn't know about. He would not eat at home. He would just be jumping all over the place, writing, scribbling music everywhere, and then nobody will understand what he's writing until he starts singing them. So when he comes to the studio, like a guest artist or something, and you're interviewing him, he's talking above your head. Young boy. So when we now, because we were the only radio station in his home base. So when we now started letting him go to the rest of the world, to television stations, to Lagos, to whatever, Benin City became the home base. And we were so proud of him because, who else was like him? Nobody. There were other good musicians. Vito Wife was there. There were so many of them. Good musicians everywhere. What's his name again? Tony, Ludo Club. What's his name? This young boy went to Warri and played with Tony. What is my problem? I can't remember. I forgot Tony's last name.
Tony Okoroji.
No, Tony, the guy at Ludo Club in Benin City. In Warri. I remember his name. Okay. When they took a gig, Warri was ablaze. No, you need to see what these young boys did, as kids. But Majek's case was unique because when you hear him the first time, you won't stop remembering him in your head. And then when he now started talking like Bob Marley, people started, as a matter of fact, some people said he was from Kingston. They said they claimed, everybody was saying one thing or the other, about him. They didn't know that he was a home road boy right there next door to us in Benin City. Because he was so international, even as a starter. I mean, what can you not say about Majek Fashek? It was amazing. But when he now took ill, boy, I remember one day I was talking to what's his name, Charlie Boy, about Majek, and he said, well, fame is good, but it's also good to be able to have the capacity to manage fame. And that was so philosophical, so philosophical because what was his name? Diana and the husband Charlie Boy, they loved Majek so much because he used to come to them at our street there in Bagada. They will come there. My magazine then, Passions magazine, was by the end of the street, and then Charlie Boy, had the Charlie Boy bus stop, just a walk through. Okay, when I sit in my office, I will see them talking, and we'll just walk in there and we'll be talking. We were talking about tomorrow, but all of a sudden, man, anytime I talk about Majek, it brings me to tears because I saw him grow from everything to almost nothing. And believe me, this man, my cousin, they call Ras Kimono, was one of the guys who went on a campaign for Majek Fashek in America. He went to all the cities, New York, Atlanta. He went to Washington, D.C. He was following him behind to make sure that he never derailed when the first effect of drugs, dropped off. Ras Kimono was just his brother. Ras was doing everything possible to make sure that he stayed steady. But once in a while, you know what this addiction thing does? Once in a while, it captures you. And as it captures you, it takes you out. You see, it's not, we're not talking about...
Interestingly, his influence, his musical influence is Bob Marley, Jimi Hendrix.
Absolutely.
Also,
the same story. Do you know why? Because they thought music was built on it. But it's always not true. Most of them who get conquered by it relied on it so much. That was what Charlie Boy was saying. Charlie Boy says you have to be strong enough to manage fame. Otherwise, you will think fame is related to those abuses. They are not related. Because if you put your head straight, Victor Wifo was straight from day one.
Let's hear the spiritual one you talked about, Send Down the Rain.
Absolutely. That's the clincher.
Yes,
that's the clincher.
Send Down the Rain. the wording, lyrics of Send Down the Rain is purely spiritual. And that's why when he sings, it just drizzles. It starts to rain.
I have not had any lyric like Send Down the Rain anywhere in the world.
Yes. If you're a deep person, you catch it. Dr. Osita, we're looking back at Majek Fashek today because on the 1st of June was his remembrance. The man passed on, but a legend. Had gifts, good voice, stage performance, everything you can think of in what makes up a legend. And we call both the best of all time. So that was Majek Fashek, and may so rest in peace. We know there are more Majek Fashek coming out with talents also, but we pray they don't take the other way. Dr. Sita, what do you say about that? The projects that are all coming.
Yeah. I just need to say what everybody will always say. Charlie Boy and Diane, they will always say, be strong enough to be able to manage fame. Fame is it's heavy lifting. And I pray too that these are musicians. Some of them very quietly have gone in that direction, but luckily some of them too have gone and come back, and we feel very proud of them and pray that they don't return. And then the greatest thing is to be able to stay humble. Majek Fashek was very humble. He was a humble, famous man. Just that he passed on. May he so rest in perfect peace. Amen.
We salute. Thank you very much. Dr. Sita, this is Nostalgia, 17th edition, and we're looking back at legend. But though they are no more with us, but they still remain legend, divas, and boats, the best of all time. Dr. Sita, there's somebody down South Africa. There's a lady down South Africa that is also extraordinary. Now we are looking at this creativity in them. That's what nostalgia is about. Looking at that skill and their performances and what they put on to us. So, Dr. Sita, there is a lady called Brenda Fassie.
Whoa, my Josie girl.
Brenda
yes,
Nokuzola Fassie.
Nokuzola.
November 1964.
Yes.
But she passed on May 2004. A South African songwriter, singer, dancer, activist also. She's called the Queen of African Pop, and some people call her the Madonna of Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, Madonna, the Black Madonna. Her bold stage ethics and her reputation of outrageousness. You know, she's wild on stage. Wild. Though her name means the opposite. I mean, Ngozola means quiet, calm, and peaceful. But she's peaceful. She is. Brenda Fassie was born in Cape Town, and the youngest of 9 children. Her father died when she was 2, and she helped her mother. She started playing piano at a tender age, started earning money with playing music for tourists. And when she was 16, she received she left Cape Town and became an independent singer. Brenda joined the group also back in those days, but later went to form her own group called Brenda and the Big Dudes. Brenda Fassie. She had a son. The man is big now, grown man.
Bongani.
Bongani.
Yes.
And Brenda is everything. Dr. Sita, Brenda Fassie. Let's listen to this one, then we go on. Brenda Fassie.
What
Vulidela. That's all time. That's a sweet song, eh? That song can make the head.
What are you doing to me today, man? God, first was Majek Fashek.
Nice.
Now is Brenda. Come on, Massive Mac. What is this? Jesus Christ.
That's too much.
Little woman with stage presence and control.
Fire.
Me, there is no way you can do anything else if you're watching Brenda. Nothing else. Because she'll captivate you. I mean, you have no choice than just watch her do it. She sings it, she performs it, she acts it. Come on. Brenda Fassie, she was just amazing. Little South African gift to the world of music, world of entertainment, and world of show business. She was just there. Stagecraft, control, and amazing music. She was just everything. And I remember once, we were arguing. It was just an argument. We were saying, "Oh no, you can always find something." Yeah, South Africa is full of good musicians, but let's be very honest with ourselves. Only the few who came on stage with boldness and certainty, like Nkompoti girl, Yvonne. Yeah, I mean, Miriam Makeba. There are many good musicians in South Africa. I've seen them personally in Durban, in Josie. But when you see the real ones and why they respect them, you will know why. They are fearless. Just fearless. And they speak their mind. And what else are you looking for? Boldness, activism in music. And then they use music to liberate themselves. All of them. They use music to liberate South Africa. Because think about it. How many white South African musicians do you know? Tell me. Despite all the apathy that it was,
I think we have just one, Paul Simon.
Yeah. Well, yes, they are there. Who?
Paul Simon.
No, Paul Simon is not South African.
Okay.
He only performed in South Africa.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I've been to his home in America.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul Simon was Simon Garfunkel now. The boxer.
Yeah, the boxer. Okay.
Yeah, that was Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel.
Okay.
They came from the Midwest.
From the Midwest.
Yeah, but what Paul did with African musicians was to come to Africa and perform with them, like Ladies with Black Mambazo. Yeah, like our friend, the Masakela, and then Mama Africa. But what he did was look for good musicians everywhere and perform with them. He even came to Nigeria. He wanted to play with Fela. Fela said no because Fela thought he came to steal sound. But South Africans, how many of them? How many white do you know? They're all there liberating the entire country with their music.
Nice. Brenda won several African Music Awards.
Yes.
She won countless. She had 3 Cora Award. She had Best Award of the Continent. She was also on the top 100 great South African.
That's
South African. The lady is too much. Sadly, she passed on in 2004.
Yeah.
But she left a mark. She left a mark. Let's see. Yeah. Let's hear one of the songs again.
Okay. Thank you.
He's so lucky to have you as a wife.
Now, one thing about her that a lot of people did do was she was also a very good actor.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Give to her.
Oh yeah.
You see the video we just watched. She performed all the scene. The mother, the cook, driver, pastor, the everything. You know, and she's good at it. You know, you see that legendary spirit in her.
Yeah. That was Brenda. That was Brenda. Beautiful. Everything Brenda. Yeah, everything Brenda.
Beautiful. Brenda Fasek. Brenda Fasek, she enjoyed tremendous popularity. She also used her music to oppose apartheid during the time of apartheid in South Africa. Yeah. And she sang the song Black President, My Black President. Yeah. And there was also a time she had they had a show and she sang special, the Vuvu Ladu, the other song, and she sang for the president, Nelson Mandela, and that was a showstopper. You know, it was a beautiful show. So powerful woman, Brenda Nokuzola Fassie. Powerful.
Nokuzola.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Sita. Dr. Sita, today we're looking at legends are no more with us, but they still left their mark.
Makes me very teary.
Yes, I know.
Amazing musicians, man. Amazing musicians.
Yes. Nostalgia 17, Dr. Sita. Dr. Sita, we're looking at another great one again. The woman is in the middle, two men are by the side. So we're looking at the man by the other side of Brenda Fasek and Majek Fashek, and this is he's called Ras Kimono.
Wow.
Yes. Ras Kimono.
Raso. Yes. Ras
1958 and passed on 2018. Nigerian reggae artist whose debut album Under Pressure was led by the song Rumba Style, was big hit in Nigeria. And he released more songs also. Ras Kimono, how do you pronounce his name? Osoluke.
Osoluke, what's wrong with you? Osoluke Augustine Onwuboya.
Onwuboya.
Don't name now, guys. Osoluke.
Osoluke.
Osoluke Augustine Onwuboya.
Onwuboya, from he was born in Delta State. Elumelu, that's a town in Delta. Is that correct?
That is his family name, Elumelu.
Okay.
Yes.
The Elumelu, is it the same?
Yeah, Elumelu is like a family cluster. It's like a clan, a little clan.
A clan.
That's where you find Ndudi, Elumelu. You find names like what's it called? Todi Elumelu. These are names that clustered around Delta. They're in Onichubo, in Onichuku, and in Onichambana. The Onitsha clan, yes. I'm from Onichubo. You know, my brother is king. I have pockets of these families scattered in all the Onitshas. One Onitsha after the other. Yes.
Wow. Ras Kimono's music was greatly influenced by the poverty, inequality, and the hardship he witnessed in his early years.
That's right. That's
very true. Yes, he released songs that speaks to that situation. Under pressure, under pressure, under pressure, Papa, under pressure. And his song also propelled him to become a continental star.
Yeah.
He too was recognized worldwide.
And remember, he started with Majek Fashek and this kid they call Amos McCroy. I don't know whether you remember them.
Yes,
McCroy, but Majek Fashek, Amos boy, and Ras Kimono was peculiar because he was bigger than all of them, so we called him Massive Dread. Massive Dread. Yeah, he took your name. He was Massive Dread.
Let's listen to Kimono's Massive Dread, man.
Please.
Yes, ma'am.
bullets are shooting innocent people. Oh, what a pity now we city. What a pity now we city. So, make the sugar for me tea. Me no want no cake away. Make the sugar for me tea. Me no want no cake away. Mass unemployment they everywhere. Unemployed graduates from in the streets. This world is full of cheats. Oh, what a smelly shit. You make the sugar for me tea. We no want no take away. We make the sugar for me tea. We no want no take away. Empty promise for the masses. Legacy of colonial masters. The sons walking and paying taxes. The money disappearing with no traces. You make the sugar for me tea. We no want no take away.
Sugar for me tea. Me no want no cake away. Give me sugar in my tea.
Yeah.
I don't want cake. So all he wants is just a little sugar in the tea. He doesn't want the luxury of life, just a little pinch of life.
Yeah.
You know? And it still has to come by that little pinch. The common man in Nigeria still doesn't get it. The little pinch.
No.
And they're not asking for the cake. The oil and the gas is the cake. The oil and the gas and all the big corporate companies sucking those cakes, taking it away, bringing it back to a group of people in Nigeria, a few small clan, and the masses don't see anything, not even the little sugar for their tea.
No.
That's prophetic too. So that's the man, Dr. Osita. That's the man of Ras Kimono. Ras Kimono had so many great songs. Under Pressure, 1989. Rumba Style. Ras Kimono was with the reggae song, and he was able to communicate to a class of people that believed also in his song. And he sold copies and copies of those songs. Ras Kimono, at the time, he was also in a movement that was trying to legalize marijuana. And he went on, but sadly, he passed on at the age of 60 on 10th June 2018. So this is the month also for him. That's why we've put all of this together. Brenda Fassie was passed on in May. Majek Fashek passed on in 1st of June, and Ras Kimono also 10th of June. So few days from now is his remembrance too. So these are legends, boats, goats, divas, creativity on point, and they took it global. Dr. Osita.
Yes. Ras Kimono has, I remember once I was at the airport, at the conveyance belt, I was trying to pick up my things, and somebody just came to my ear and said, "Oh, Singwa Mama." He only calls me that, you don't want that calls me that. And I thought, I said, "Ras Kimono, see, that's how we greet ourselves." And I was asking, "What are you doing here?" He said he's in town, that he has come to arrange for some gigs and whatever. Then after that, I didn't see my brother again until he passed on. We kept talking on the phone, and I said, "I'll come and see you. We'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this." So one day, a little girl, one of the young girls that we lived together in Atlanta, that he helped go into music. We call her Ajuluchuku. She played dance hall music. She was a very good singer, very good performer. But her greatest thing, because there's blood between herself and Ras Kimono, her greatest moment is when Ras Kimono comes on stage. You need to see Ajuluchuku light up like fire. Audrey is somewhere in Lagos now as to speak, and I'm going to tell her that we spoke about Ras just tonight.
Tell her.
Then one day, I walked into the house of the Jamaican High Commissioner to Nigeria in Asokoro in Abuja here. As I sat down there, one young girl was just looking at me. So she stood up and said, you know, you look like my dad. I said, who is your dad? He said, Ras Kimono. You know, I just sat down. I couldn't believe it. Ras keeps telling me about her daughter that is in Nigeria, you know, while we were together in Atlanta. And right there in the office of the High Commissioner of Jamaica to Nigeria, I met my niece for the first time. I never believed it. So there we started talking. The next morning, Ras called me from America. Said, Mwaba, I hear that you met your daughter. I said, yes, I met her. Pretty girl, man. Pretty girl, you know. But, you know, it's all story now. Ras is gone.
The legacy lives on.
Oh my goodness. During his burial, you know, in Cholana, you know, see what happened there. Because he came out of traditional music. His brother, St. Augustine, was a musician. He was playing for all the garrisons in Nigeria for the Nigerian army. His mother was a local, you know, chorister woman. She was singing traditional songs everywhere. So Ras came out of traditional music and now took it everywhere in the world.
Everywhere in the world.
Yeah,
let's hear this one again.
Please.
I know.
Yeah, man. I have been compelled to sing to this rhythm after seeing all was going in Africa. Nigerians under pressure, Africans under pressure. No food, we belly, no money in our pocket, no bed, till we ate. The people, they must suffer in a ghetto, in a city, everywhere that me go, me see them. Some are cry, some are die, some are weeping, some are wailing. Everywhere that me go, under pressure we will.
Under pressure we will. Under pressure. Dr. Osita.
Yeah.
It has been a beautiful one today.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we looked at these great men and late women, and all have one thing in common. They were also singing for the masses. They were singing, they were representing the unheard and those
voice of the voiceless.
Oh, Dr. Osita, round up for us, Dr. Osita. What do you have?
Voice of the voiceless. Yes, for the first time in the history of Africa, we had at a particular time, the 1980s and the 2000s, a group of musicians who actually became the voice of the voiceless and became the icon for emancipation. And 3 of them have passed now. We had to celebrate them today, and we pray that their souls will continue to rest in peace. Amen.
Amen. Your soul rest in peace. Thank you very much, Dr. Osita. This has been a great night. Nostalgia
yeah.
edition, and you've pulled it out so well. Thank you very much. So on this note, till we come your way again, viewers around the world, thank you for tuning in. Until we come again, this is Massive Mark McGodwin and Dr. Osita. I like to make the scream when I call his name.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Till we come again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sir.